Hello and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, and I hope you're all nearly ready for Christmas. I, as usual, am not. That's another story. Nothing to do with what we're going to be attempting to do in this video, which is just one of my favourite things actually, is to not just to solve a puzzle, and not just this puzzle. It's called The Two Wings of the Eagle Totem, which is an evocative title. It's by Jeff Wajes. But the reason I particularly like the fact that we're going to be looking at this puzzle is apparently this has suffered some sort of down rating on Logic Masters. Testers say this is a brilliant puzzle, and that there are, unfortunately, it is an absolutely bizarre thing. It seems to happen in all areas of the internet. There are people who just like to, vote things down and be unpleasant about things. And they've been unpleasant about this puzzle. So that it's only got something like an 85% rating or something, which ordinarily we're lucky enough that we typically only look at puzzles that are very, very highly rated, sort of 98, 97%. But the testers say this is absolutely brilliant. This is a 100% rated puzzle according to them, and I trust them very much indeed. So we're going to have a look at it. Trying to work out why it's called The Two Wings of the Eagle Totem. Is that I can see an E in the grid. Is there such a thing as an eagle totem? I don't know. There might be. I'm showing my ignorance if that is a famous thing. But anyway, this is what we're going to have a look at in today's video, and I will read you the rules of this one in a moment or two's time. I do love Jeff Wages' puzzles in general. Jeff is somebody who is, the variant Sudoku world of the great constructors is filled with these people whose brains just work a little bit differently to the rest of us, and Jeff is definitely one of those people. I always find his puzzles, make me think in new ways. Oh, now hang on. Oh dear, please call me if you're not recording. Okay, I better just make a quick call. Sorry, garage troubles as usual. Right, sorry about that. Having more car trouble, and I may get interrupted again. It's possible, but if it happens, it probably won't matter for the video because I'll just edit the conversations out. But anyway, where was I? We were going to have a go at the puzzle. I was explaining that Jeff has a very unusual brain, and that those things are true. Those things are definitely true. What else can I tell you about before we kick off and I read the rules of this one? Not much, probably. Let's go over and have a quick reminder that we've got this brand new app out, well, pretty new app out. Classic Sudoku Volume 2. You must have a go at this. If you enjoy the original classic Sudoku, so not the variants we tend to do on the channel nowadays, the plain vanilla puzzles, this app is just full of the most extraordinary classic Sudoku puzzles you'll ever do. They're all handmade. They're by some of the greatest constructors in the world, and they are just lovely to solve. And some of them feature at the harder end of the app. There are some puzzles by Sam Kappelman-Lyons featuring brand new Sudoku techniques that Sam has invented, and they're extraordinary. So no matter how good you are at classic Sudoku, there is some stuff to explore in this app. So that's over there. Over on Patreon, we've got our monthly competition running. Check that out too. It's a couple of bucks a month to join us and support the channel. And those of you who do that, thank you so much. You keep the channel going. So we couldn't do this without your help. And why don't we just let's kick off. I've got to get my mind off trying to deal with this car trouble and focus on The Two Wings of the Eagle Totem by Jeff Wages. The rules are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules applying, so we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Adjacent digits along a green line must differ by at least 5. So if this digit's a 1, this cell here has to be at least 6 in order to be sufficiently different from the digit 1. It could be 6, 7, 8 or 9 and achieve the difference that would be necessary. Digits along a pink line must form a non-repeating group of consecutive digits, but they may appear in any order along the line. So if this cell here is a... Oh, my goodness, what did I press then? I think I pressed F1 rather than 1. That's very bad. I must be sitting in a different place because I was on the phone. If this digit is a 1, these digits have to be the digits 2, 3 and 4 then, but they don't have to be in order. So it's not like a thermo where they have to increase. It's just if any of those digits is a 1, then you know those digits to be a consecutive set have to be 1, 2, 3 and 4. And you mustn't repeat digits along pink lines either. Now, I think we've got 10 lines today. Each grey line can be divided into segments of contiguous cells. Contiguous just means next to one another. Where the digits in each segment sum to 10. So, let's look at this one. This is the longest one. Oh, okay. That's another call. I can't. That's not actually about the garage. Actually, maybe I should get it though. It's going to be one of those days. Anyway, sorry. At least we haven't started solving yet. So, what was I going to say? Yeah. So we've got to divide this line into stretches where each stretch individually adds up to 10. So it could be those 2, those 3, those 2, or those 3, those 4. I mean, that wouldn't work, but for a particular reason. So imagine this was 2 and this was 8. 2 and 8 sum to 10, and then we'd start a new 10 sum from here, and that could be 1, 9, or 4, 6, or 3, 7, or it could be a longer string. It could be, now I'm going to fail to come up with one, 1, 4, 5, 1, whoa, I've pressed it again. What's going on? I'm so sorry. This is one of the most, I mean, we're not known for being technically savvy. Oh, this must be I think my keyboard must be in a different place. I was trying to type 1, 4, 5 and hit the F1 button again. Anyway, that would be, and then these two could be something like 3, 7, or actually maybe they could only be 3, 7 then. But anyway, that's how 10 lines work. Now my watch is buzzing at me. Okay, I can understand that and continue the video. And then what else? Segments can't overlap. Each cell is part of exactly one segment, and digits may repeat freely on grey lines and within sums. Oh, okay, so that's all the rules. Right, so we've just got 3 different types of line. We've got a green line, a pink line, and a grey line. So we've got German whispers, rem bands, and 10 lines. And they are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, I'm unsure where to start this one. No, okay, I'll tell you my gut reaction. My gut reaction is that the pink lines are all too small to be the starting place. Because, for example, let's look at this one. All that's saying is that those 2 digits effectively are consecutive. That's all we can get from a 2-cell pink line. There is a mod 3 point with pink 3-cell pink lines. For example, look at this. These 3 digits here will be divisible by 3 because they are consecutive. So think of the middle one of those 3 and call it x. Then we know that there's an x plus 1 on the line and an x minus 1, and the sum of those will be 3x overall. So these digits will be divisible by 3. But I don't think... I might be misspeaking here, but I don't see how we're going to use that. Okay, let's try the long 10 line then. So... Right, yeah, there's something going on with this line. And we can use the secret to understand this line, I think. So we know that this line has digits on it that sum to a number ending in 0. That's the nature of individual sums that add up to 10. But I know the sum of the whole of this row. And I'm sure that anybody who's been watching the channel will know this as well. This is the secret of Sudoku. It's something I share with only my very favourite people. But of course, if you're watching this video, you're definitely one of my favourite people. Putting up with all my car nonsense. The secret of Sudoku is that this row, indeed any row, or any column, or any box, contains the digits 1 to 9 once each, and those digits sum to 45. So, this sums to 45, and this sums to some number ending in 10. Now, it can't only be 20, because you can't make these two add up to 25. It could be 30, or it could be 40. But it actually can't be 40 for a sort of specific reason, which is that if it's 40, there are 4 individual sums, 4 individual segments along this line that each sum to 10. And that's impossible, because if you think about a domino in Sudoku, you can make a domino add up to 10, but you can't make one cell ever add up to 10. So each of the, if we do try and make this add up to 40, we'd have to have at least 8 cells on the line, because each individual 10 sum needs at least 2 digits. And obviously, if it's 40, we need 4 of those individual 10 sums, so 4 dominoes is 8 cells. So we can't do a 7-cell line with 40, so this line does add up to 30. And that means that these 2 digits add up to 15 to make the whole row add up to 45. And that means that these digits are either a 6-9 pair or a 7-8 pair. Now, okay, that's maybe not doing anything then. Alright, let's try the E, the eagle totem sign. How is that working? Now, there are some secrets of green lines as well that we might be able to exploit here. Now, what are the secrets of green lines? The most fundamental property of a green line is to consider whether you can put 5 on it. And if you think about it, you'll find you can't. And that's because the digit that's adjacent to the 5 would have to be at least 5 different from that 5. And if you go downwards, you get to 0 or negative numbers. They aren't Sudoku numbers. And if you go upwards, you get to 10 or higher, and they aren't Sudoku numbers. So 5 is not going to appear on this line. So 5's actually in one of 3 places in box 2. But the next thing to realise is that because 5 can't appear on the line, every digit on this line will either have the property of being below 5 or above 5. And the interesting thing, at least to me, is that you can't repeat the same type of digit next to each other. So if this digit happened to be below 5, could this digit also be below 5? Well, clearly not. There's no way these can be 5 apart. The most apart they can be is 3. So this would have to be higher than 5. Now, could this digit then be higher than 5? No, these can't be 5 apart. So you get this oscillation effect along a green line, which means that we could colour it, couldn't we? So those cells are all the same. What colour should we choose? Let's choose something. Oh, that's quite an attractive colour. Let's do indigo. So those ones are, we'll call those yellow. Now, what can we say about that? Yeah. Oh, actually no. Or maybe. Okay. This is lovely. Yeah, we can do a lot with this. The first thing we can do, and this was the second thing I thought of as I looked at this pattern, is I've noticed that I've got a 10 line in these 4 cells. This Tetris piece here has a 10 line all the way along it. Now, in theory, you could have, well, in fact you can't. This could never have been a single 10 sum, because it would have had to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would fail for many reasons. Firstly, these are of different polarity, so one of these digits is at least a 6. Secondly, imagine this was 1, 2, 3, 4. This domino here, for example, must contain a low digit, and it couldn't if this was 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is not 1, 2, 3, 4, and that means it's 2 sums that sum to 10. And each of those is going to be a domino. We looked at it down here. So for example, this might be 3, 7, and this might be 4, 6. That's totally fine. But what that means, let's draw in the divider along this 10 line, this adds to 10 and this adds to 10, can either of those be 5? No, because 5 would have to partner up with another 5, wouldn't it? So 5 is in the middle of box 2. Yeah, now there's another thing we can do here though. Look at the yellow. Now yellow, oh, phone's buzzing, that's fine. Yellow has the property that where it sits on the line, it's impossible for any of these yellow cells to be a 4 or a 6. Now why am I focusing on 4 and 6? It's because 4 and 6 have an unusual restriction along a green line. They only have one possible partner. So if this was a 4, for example, both of these cells would have to be 9. If this was 6, both of these cells would have to be 1, because they're 6 and 1. If you put 6 on the line, 1 is its only partner, its only Sudoku neighbour that is at least 5 different from it. So look at these cells. Each of these yellow cells, if it was a 4 or a 6, it would cause a repeat, it would cause a breakage of Sudoku. So none of these is 4. None of the yellow is 4 or 6. So whether yellow is high or low, if yellow was low, those yellow cells would have to be 1, 2, 3. And if yellow was high, these yellow cells would have to be 7, 8, 9. And then we can ask the question, okay, well, where is the yellow 4 or 6 going in this box? And the rather beautiful thing about this is it's in one of these two cells, because it's not a blue digit, and it can't be here, because if this was yellow 4 or 6, this would be what should be blue 4 or 6, but it would also be a 4 or a 6, and it can't be a 4 or a 6 in that position. So it just doesn't work. So this is yellow, and it is yellow 4 or 6, and this, well, hang on, let's be careful here. So, well, firstly, this is now indigo. It's the final indigo cell. And this is 4 or 6 by 10 line logic, because those two cells add up to 10. This square is therefore 1 or 9, because if this was 4, this would be 9, and if this was 6, this would be 1. This is really lovely so far, isn't it? And, oh, now this domino can't be 1, 9. It's a pair that add up to 10. It's not 4, 6, it's not 1, 9. So it's either 2, 8 or 3, 7. Now, how do we do that then? Come on, Simon. This line is giving a lot of joy. Let's just try and figure out. So, indigo 1, 9 is in one of those two. But indigo 1, 9 is the least restricted digit, because obviously 1 and 9 can have 4 different neighbours on the green lines. I'm not actually sure how to do that. I'm sorry if you can all see it and I'm not seeing it. I mean, I can see if this was 3 or 7. These would be restricted. 3 has 2 possible neighbours, which are 8 and 9. 7 has 2 possible neighbours, which are 1 and 2. But I don't know. No, sorry, okay. It's not actually immediately clear where to look then. If it isn't this box, is it this thing? This sort of digital 8 that's been turned on its side. These are of different... Well, obviously they're of different polarity across the... Oh, it's the same point, isn't it? Okay, it's a similar thing to what's going on in box or in row 9. These digits have got to add up to 30, I think. And that's a sort of secretive point. We know that that whole box adds to 45, and we know this is a multiple of 10. So what is achievable for a 3-cell total here? Well, the minimum would be 6 if this was 1, 2 and 3, and the maximum would be 24 if it was 7, 8, 9. So what can this be? It can't add up to 40 because these would only add up to 5, and we know they add up to at least 6. It can't add up to 20 because these would add up to 25. So this does add up to 30, and that means that there are 3 dominoes. The thing is, we don't know. It could be that one, that one, that one, or it could be that one, that one, that one, and other alternatives. Maybe no. I mean, there should only be 2 ways round. I think it can go, but we don't know where the splits are on this line, but we do know it adds up to 30. So we know these add up to 15. Right. So I'm trying to work out what they... Is it parity? These are odd. These add up to an odd number. And these add up to an odd number. So these add up to an odd number. So that's odd. I mean, this is a weird point. This is a weird point, right? We've worked out this adds up to 15. 15. Okay, here's the knowledge bomb. 15 is odd. Now, look at this collection of weird little lines. A consecutive pair of digits will always add up to an odd number, because one of these is odd and one of these is even. So that's odd and that's odd. So these two together sum 2 odd numbers. So they're even. And this is a 10 line. So that adds up to 10. So that's even. So overall, those digits there sum to an even total. But we know the box adds to 45. So we know these add up to an odd total. Now, if we know that these 3 sum to an odd total and these 3 sum to an odd total, which we now do, together they sum up to an even total. But we know the row overall is odd, so I know these add up to an odd total. But let's think about the nature of this line. This line is 4 consecutive Sudoku digits. So it's going to contain 2 even digits and 2 odd digits. So its sum is definitely even. So if these are odd, that must be odd to cater for that possibility. This is actually an odd digit, and now that is an odd digit. And the reason we know that's an odd digit is this is a 10 sum. So once this is odd and it's on a 10 sum, it's either a 1-9 pair or it's a 3-7 pair. And oh, that's really... I don't think I know. If I knew that was yellow, how does this work then? So this is either 1-9, in which case this is indigo 1-9, this is yellow 1-9, and therefore yellow 1-9 might have to be... Hang on, let me just think that through again. If this is a 1-9 pair, this is indigo 1-9. So you could never put yellow 1-9 on the same rem band, because that would mean this 4-cell rem band contained 1 and 9. So if this was a yellow, that would be yellow, because obviously... No, hang on. If that was indigo, this would be yellow, and then that would be yellow by Sudoku, because it can't be an indigo if it's a yellow. That's the nature of yellow and indigo. Now, what does that mean? There's no need for this to be a 1-9 though. It could be 3-7. If it's 3-7, hang on, how does this work? If it's 3-7, it's quite difficult to make that Renban work. If that's 3-7, this would have to be 4-5-6. But if that's 1-9, it's got a lot more flexibility. Right. Here is an interesting point. No jokes about mere parties. We should be in the Christmas spirit. Goodwill to all men, especially Simon. No, especially Simon. Right. Here's an interesting point. This thingy, we said it added up to 30, didn't we? That means 5 isn't on this, because it's 3 different dominoes, each of which sum to 10. And why do I care about 5 not being on it? Well, I'm not certain I do, but I think what it means is that this Renban is extreme, because it's a 4-cell Renban, and it simply can't have 5 on it now. So 5 is in one of 2 places in box 5. And 5 can't. This business about 5 not being able to be on a 2-cell 10 line is it's doing some damage here, isn't it? But yeah, because 5 can't go on this is either 1, 2, 3, 4, or it's 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I thought it's... Well, no. Hang on. So, there's a problem here. It's something to do with this line, because that's got to have... Oh, this is... Yeah, okay. It's to do with... Right, I'm going to just remove the colouring from these 2 cells. It's to do with the colouring of this cell, I think. Just imagine for a moment that this was a 1. Then we know these cells would be 2, 3 and 4, don't we? But what we know is that at least one of these digits is a low digit from a polarity perspective along the green line. It's either going to be the indigo colour or the yellow colour. Well, actually, it would have to be the yellow colour, wouldn't it? Yeah, this digit is the same as that digit, is what this is telling us. Because whatever this is an extreme Renban. So it's either the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, or it's the digits 6, 7, 8, 9. And we need to put whatever this collection is, it's all one colour so far as this Renban is concerned, isn't it? Because that's how we've coloured as far as this whisper is concerned, that's how we've coloured the whisper into low and high digits. We just don't know whether yellow is high or indigo is high yet. But we can see that these 3 are all the same colour, and there are 4 of any one digit. For instance, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Oh, this is the garage. I have to take this. I have to take it. Right, sorry. I'm going straight back into this then, because I just discovered something important. Yeah, this couldn't be indigo, could it? Because then there'd be 5 indigos, and there aren't 5 indigos or even 5 yellows in the puzzle. So these are, because we know they're not 5, they are all yellow, which means this is yellow. And now I need a yellow that goes on this cell. It's not those yellows, and these are all different. So it is this yellow. So this digit is 1, 3, 7 or 9. But I think the point surely is that I've got this looking at this. So if this was If this was yellow 19 such that this was indigo 19, I'd have two yellow 19s in the same column. So this is yellow 37, which means this is yellow 37, which means... No, yellow 37... I don't know, actually. Can yellow 37 be that one? It probably can. If that's yellow 37, these are indigo 1289. If this is yellow 37, this is indigo 1289. Okay, but that's... Oh, this is getting confusing. Right, these are 1289 in indigo, because they're next to yellow 37. And if it was... So think about it, if it was 3, we might be better doing this with placeholder digits. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. that could be totally wrong. Okay, but this is... Okay, this is good. This is indigo 37. Right, okay, that is how we're going to tell that this isn't yellow 37. Because if this was yellow 37, that would be indigo 37 in the same column as this. This is ridiculous. So this is 28, this is 37. These two are 1289, but that can't be... This one can't be 28 because indigo 28's already appeared. So this is now a 19 pair. This is a 37 pair, and this one has to be next to yellow 1289, I think. And this is a 19 pair, so that is not 109. So this is indigo 28. But this is okay. This isn't a 10 sum, so it doesn't mean it isn't. That could still be a 2 or an 8. It just means that we're in this world. And these digits, if that's 3, this is 1, 2, 4. And if this is 7, this is 6, 8, 9. Yes, so that's... Yeah. Okay, so what that means is we should think about where this pair of digits goes in this box, I think. This is so clever, Jeff. It's so clever. Why do I say that? Well, the way I'm thinking about it is, imagine this was a 3. If this is a 3, this is a 1, 2, 4 triple. And that means we've got to put 1, 2 and 4 onto this 10 line, which has got 3 different sums on it that sum to 10. So the 1, it would have to partner the 9, the 2 would have to partner the 8, the 4 would have to partner the 6. They would each have to be part of different 10 sums, because there are no 3-cell 10 sums here. They're all dominoed 10 sums. So this pair can't go on here. So they have to go there. And now... Okay, so the... yeah, so what that means is that all of these are indigo. Because one of these is yellow, one of these is indigo, one of them is 5. Maybe I should have my own colour for 5. Let's have 5 as its own colour. Now these are indigo. So this domino is now yellow. No, that's total... I'm getting so confused. No, that's absolute nonsense. No, that's not... But no, okay, let's change that slightly. Well, yes, okay, no. In fact, I know what this is. This is... Because it's a domino that sums to 10, it's going to have a high and a low digit in it. And its high digit is an indigo digit. But what indigo digit can we put in here? It's going to have to be the indigo digit. That's the indigo digit over there, which is 3 or 7. So this is a 3-7 pair. But I don't know the order of its indigo... Oh no, I do know the order. I do know the order. From this thing. This is bizarre. So now, no. Okay, now both of those are yellow. Because one of those is the 5, and we everything that isn't 5 in this puzzle, according to the sort of nomenclature that I've defined, is either yellow or indigo. So these are definitely yellow. Okay, and their friends are there, aren't they? So there are 2 yellows now. Oh, careful, Simon. I was going to say, but they can't be consecutive because they won't add up to the right number. But they don't. They could be consecutive if both of those were indigo. So imagine they were both yellow. Obviously, they couldn't add up to 10 because they might both be low, for example, or both be high. So that would mean these would have to be the opposite. Oh, this is 3, 7. So this is 4, 5, 6. And that's not 5. Oh, well, hang on. That is 5. That is 5. It sees a 4, 6 pair. So that's our special coloured. Okay, so this is 5, according to what we were doing before. And this is 4 or 6. I think the idea of the puzzle is going to be to somehow colour everything. Yeah, these are both indigo. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. That's exactly what we had to do. So, because I'm starting to get into the idea of, oh, okay, there are 4 yellows, 4 indigos in every box. Look, I've worked out these are indigo. I know that these are either 1, 2 or 8, 9 as a pair. So these are 3, 7 and 4, 6 indigo. And I've got 4, 6 indigo there. So this is 4, 6 indigo, which means this is 4, 6 indigo by Sudoku, which means this is yellow 4, 6. This is 3, 7 indigo. Okay, so I've got 3, 7 as a pair here. I've got lots of things going on here. I've got lots of things going on. So, again, apologies if you can all see this really quickly. I think, is it this column? Is that where I'm meant to look? I've got 3, 7 and 4, 6 pairs and 5. So this is yellow at the bottom. It's yellow 1, 9 or yellow 2, 8. And this is the same. So these are 1, 2, 8, 9. Oh, yeah, there has to be a yellow 4, 6 on this line. I didn't see this, but that's got to be there now. So this is also... Oh, this is great. There has to be yellow 1, 9 on this line now. I know where it goes. It goes here. So this is yellow 2, 8. Now this is indigo, but I don't think I know what brand of indigo it is. It's 1, 2, 8, 9. These are also 1s, 2s, 8s and 9s. Now can we get the colours? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I can't put 8 and 9 along there because this 15 sum in row 9 is either going to be 9, 6 or 8, 7. So if this did have 8 and 9 in it, that would be terrible. So this has to be 8 or 9. There must be 1 and 2 on this sequence. And 8 or 9 is the problem with that is that's not really my colour scheme. My colour scheme is not about 8s and 9s. Is it that one somehow? I don't know. And then I've got something going along here as well, which is... I don't quite know how to think about this. One of these is 5. One of those is 5. Okay. Good grief. Right. Okay. One of these, either this one or this one, is double yellow, because I can't put 5 on both of these. So the other one that isn't 5 is going to be double yellow. And the digits it's going to be made up of, because it can't include the 3 or the 7, the only way double yellow can be consecutive is either it's going to be a 1-2 pair or it's going to be an 8-9 pair. And that's really important. So here's the question. Can this be double yellow 1-2 or double yellow 8-9? No, because that digit is definitely one of those digits. It cannot be double yellow extreme, because that is double yellow extreme. It might not be the most extreme, it might be 2-8, but it's one of the most extreme that would be necessary if that was double yellow. So this is not double yellow. This is the 5. That is double yellow. And this is double yellow 1-2-8-9, which means this is 4-6. Oh, which okay, that sort of that doesn't do anything. I was thinking that was going to help me, but oh no, sorry. Okay, that's not helped. That's not done it. That's not the next step. Stop talking now as well. That's terrible. Come on. Okay, these are 1-2-8-9. It might be this line here somehow. 4 and 6. Oh, it's okay. Is it this row then? Yeah, 4 and 6 are in this collection of digits. This is huge. Because you can't put them in the extremes, because they're meant to pair up to add up to 10, aren't they? 4 and 6. Once we know that 4 and 6 are on this line, they are a pair that form a 10 sum. So they've got to be adjacent. So whether it's this two, these two, or these two, this is always 4 or 6, and that's obviously an extreme or a pressurized digit on the green line. So this is now 1 or 9. So one of these is 1 or 9. Yeah, that's it. There we go. There we go. Because this is a 1-9, it must be part of a horizontal 1-9 pair on the 10 line. So this digit is not able to be 1 or 9. So this digit is 1 or 9. And now this sequence is made up of a 1-9 pair and an indigo 2 or 8. So yellow 2-8 is in one of those. Oh, I don't know then. Oh, bobbins. I don't know. I'm sorry about this. Is it the bottom row then? So, I've got 1-9 looking at that. So that is in fact not. So this is. Right, this is yellow 2-8. Is that important? Hang on. Or maybe it's 5 on this line. 5 has to go on the line. Yeah, okay. So on this line here, there's going to be a 5. And the 5 obviously is not part of a domino relationship that sums to 10, is it? Because you can't partner a 5 up with 5. But we need this line to get to 30. So the 5 is going to partner up with 2 low digits that also add up to 5 to make a 10 sum. And then there's going to be 2 other digits that, or two other dominoes, each of which sums to 10. Yeah, okay, so here is a thought then. I think this is going to give, it forces there to be a 2-8 here, I think. This might be huge because it might get me this digit. Because here is the question, I suppose, is can this 2, if this was well, can this 2 or 8 be part of a 3-cell sum adding to 5? Sorry, a 3-cell 10 sum including the 5? No. Because the 5 is not in those cells, so it would have to be here or here, and those 3 cannot add up to 10. Because you'd need this to be a 2-3 pair, wouldn't you? It's the only way it could work, and that's just not available. So there is a 2-8 pair, either there or there. That means these wing cells are not 8-7, they are 6-9, which means these cells are, it means this is a 9. And that means, oh no. Oh no, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Okay, so there's a 2-8 here. There's a 2-8. And then whichever one, okay, and there's a 1 in one of those. And the 1 can't, oh I see, and the 1 can't partner 9 because 9's gone in the row. So the 1, right, so the 1 must be party to a 10 sum with the 5. Because it can't be part of a domino. And that tells us that the 10 sum either here or here is 1, 4, 5. So if that was 1 and that was 4, 5, that wouldn't work. 4, 5. Oh, this is it. No, well, that's not it. But this is it. Because I now have worked out that somewhere on this line is a 1, 4, 5 10 sum, and somewhere on the line we know is a 2-8 sum, and 6 and 9 have gone from the row, the other 10 sum is 3, 7. And that 3, 7, 10 sum is either here or there, but it's not here because of that 3, 7. This is stunning, Jeff. This is 3, 7. So this is 1, 4, 5. It must be, mustn't it? There is no other. There's no other. That is true. I mean, I'm just sort of checking. I'm not going completely insane. I don't think I am on this particular occasion. Now that's 5, therefore, and this is 4, and that 4 is going to tell us the nature of everything, because now we know that this is high. Yellow is high by Sudoku, and therefore we can just go through all our yellows and take the higher of the 2 options. This is just brilliant, isn't it? 6, 8, 7, 3, 4, 2. I don't know about these yet. So that's a 3, I suppose. And then for the indigo digits, they're always going to be the low option. Where there's, so these are low. This is the low option, the low option, the low option, the low option, the low option. This is a high digit. I don't know what that means. These digits are now 1, 2, 4. So my phone buzzes at me again in a terrifying manner. That's a 1. It sees 2 and 4. There is an 8 now. Oh, 8's come out of these cells. Right, so these are a 1, 9, and then a 2 underneath an 8 in one of those cells, and the other one up there is 4, 6 to partner up with this central 4, 6. This is 3, 7. So on its line here, this can't be It can't be 3, 4 because that would break, and it can't be 7, 6 because that would break. So it's always going more extreme. It's going more towards the corners. So this is 2 or 8. That's beautiful. That's it. Straight away, that's it. This can't... Well, the point about this being 2 or 8 is, do you remember we've got a vertical 2, 8 here or here? Well, now it can't be there because it's going to kill this cell off. So the vertical 2, 8 has to be here, which means this is 4, 6. This is 1, 9. Oh. That's done nothing, I think. Oh. Oh, okay, no. Maybe if I was better at Sudoku, it would all have been easier. But, yeah, this being 9 makes this 4 on the whisper, so that's 6. It's still not doing it, I don't think. Alright, let's resort to some Sudoku. I think 3 and 7 are in these cells in box. So presumably this one's under some sort of weird pressure. He says, trying to work out why. This digit here is consecutive with 3, 7 again. Again, it can't be 4, 6. So again, it's 2 or 8. Do we know which? 9 in this box is totally placed. I haven't seen that. Do I know what that one is? I bet there's all sorts of things I'm meant to know here and I'm just not spotting. These are... Oh, this is a naked single. That's a 1. It sees 2 and 8. This is a 2 or an 8. These squares are 4, 5, 6. Oh, so we've got sort of roping. Yeah, we've got sort of roping in the bottom 3 rows. There's not general roping in the puzzle, but in these 3 rows, you always get 9, 3, 7, 9, 3, 7, 3, 7, 9, etc. This isn't 1, so this is the 1 in box 7. Now, how do we do this then? How do we finish off the puzzle? We can argue that. I don't know. That's a 3. That can be next to 8 or 9. So it's not. I don't think it's the whisper. Oh, I can do these cells on the whisper, in case that's useful. It's not this column, is it? 3, 7, 8, 9. So this is 3, 7, 9. So 9 is definitely... Oh, we already knew 9 was up there, if I'd actually thought about it. Okay, there's going to be some horribly tricky cell that's going to be sudokuable. Where is that cell? I have not got the foggiest clue. That's not a 6. That's not a 4. Is that doing it? I very much doubt it. 5, 6, 3, 7. I'm so sorry. Is this in any way obvious? Oh, that's a 2, so that's an 8. So that's a 2. Oh, that's good. That fixes this as 3. That's 7. Oh, that 8's doing work. So that's 9. That's 3. That's 2, that's 4. Okay, so we're going to be able to do some Sudoku in these columns. We need 4, 5, 7 there. So that's naked. Sees 4 and 5 in the row. These digits, 1, 6, 8. I'm going to claim that's naked. 1. Right. What do you think? That digit looks under a bit of pressure. we need something to work. Oh, 1 we can place in just by Sudoku. There are 4 1s looking at this box. So this might be the row. Yes. Yes, that's naked. That sees 2 and 8. I think that's got to be 6. It sees all the other digits. So that's 8, that's 6, that's 2. Yeah, look at that 2. That 2's special because it sees that one, which makes that 7 and this 3. Okay, so we can tidy up a couple of things. This is a 2 by Sudoku. Now, 8, I can just place it up here. 3, 4, 5 in this row. So the 3, oh, that's going to be good. Yeah, I think that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Oh, bobbins, that seems to be able to be anything. 4, 5, or 7. Let's look at this column. 3, 5, 6. That's good. That's a 5. 3, 6. And we've still got... Okay, so this is now not 5. So I've got 4, 7... Oh, and the 9 has to go here. This 5 is doing some work. So 5, 4, 7, 5, 5, 4, 7. And with a slightly deep breath, we say 4, and that is a stunning puzzle. I haven't done all my shading, so we could do this, couldn't we, to make ourselves feel like we were really professional at solving. 4s, 2s, 3s, they all turn indigo, and 5s are always purple. And we click, tick. It must be right. I mean, it couldn't be wrong, could it? The logic, that is absolutely brilliant. The 2 wings of the eagle totem, that is a superb puzzle, and I absolutely loved it. And now I have to go and deal with my car. So forgive all the interruptions. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.